The distress call, the story opens in the peaceful Kepler colony, a small mining settlement on the edge of human space. Life moves slowly here until their deep space sensors pick up something impossible, a distress signal from an unknown alien. Species. The signal comes from the Vega system, 3 light years away. The message is simple but desperate. Help us, we are dying. Our world burns. Please, anyone who hears this, save us. Captain Reed, the colony's defense coordinator, sits in the command center staring at the translated message. His team of communication. Experts has worked for hours to decode the alien language. The message repeats every 12 minutes, growing weaker each time. How long has this been broadcasting? Reed asks. Based on signal decay, maybe 6 months, replies Tech Officer Blake. But, Captain, this is huge. First contact with an alien. Species. Reed nods, understanding the weight of the moment. He sends the signal to Earth Command immediately. Within days, Earth's response arrives. They are sending the Third Fleet to investigate. The Third Fleet represents humanity's finest. 12 massive warships, each carrying thousands of Marines, advanced weapons, and enough firepower to level a continent. Admiral Stone commands the fleet from the flagship. Terrors might dot as the fleet prepares for the 3-week journey to Vega. Earth scientists work frantically to learn more about the distress call. The aliens call themselves the Keth. Their world, Kythera Prime, appears to be under attack by an unknown enemy. The journey to Vega feels endless. Admiral Stone walks the corridors of his ship, watching his crew prepare for anything. Marines clean their weapons. Engineers run diagnostics on ship systems. Everyone knows they might be flying into a war zone. What do we know about their attackers? Stone asks his intelligence officer. Commander West. Nothing concrete, sir. The Keth signals mention the swarm and endless hunger. Could be anything. From hostile aliens to some kind of plague. Stone stares out at the stars rushing past. Humanity has always wondered if they were alone in the universe. Now they know they're not, and their first contact might be helping one species fight for survival against another dot as they near the Vega system. Long-range sensors begin picking up debris fields and energy signatures consistent with massive battles. Whatever is happening to the Keth, it's big. The fleet drops out of faster-than-light travel at the edge of the Vega system. What they see makes everyone freeze. Kythera Prime, a beautiful blue-green world, is surrounded by thousands of dark ships. Explosions light up the planet's surface like deadly fireworks. My God, whispers Stone. We're looking at genocide. The Keth homeworld is dying. Cities burn across continents. The alien attackers, called the Devourers, have been consuming everything in their path for months. Their ships look like massive insects, dark and chitinous, swarming around the planet like hungry locusts. Admiral Stone makes a decision that will change everything. All ships, battle stations. We're going in. The Third Fleet charges toward Kythera Prime. Humanity's first act in galactic politics won't be diplomacy or trade. It will be war dot as they close distance. The Devourer ships turn to face them. For the first time, humans see their enemy, biomechanical creatures that seem more grown than built. Their ships pulse with organic energy, and their weapons, fire streams of acidic plasma. The first battle begins badly for humanity. Human weapons, designed for fighting other humans, barely scratch the Devourer ships. Their return fire melts through human armor like it's made of paper, but then something unexpected happens. The Devourers, who have been winning every battle against the Keth for months, start making mistakes. They ram human ships instead of using superior firepower. They cluster together, making themselves easy targets. They seem confused. Commander West realizes what's happening first. Admiral, I think they've never fought anything like us before. The Keth are peaceful. We're not. Admiral Stone smiles grimly. No, we're definitely not peaceful. The tide of battle begins to turn. Human ships, built by a species that has spent centuries perfecting the art of war, start finding weaknesses in devourer tactics. The aliens are used to fighting farmers and scientists. They're not ready for soldiers. Meeting the Keth, the battle for Kethra Prime continues for 3 days. Human ships dance between Devourer vessels, using speed and tactics to overcome superior numbers. The Devourers fight like animals, vicious but predictable. Humans fight like humans, smart, adaptable, and ruthless when necessary. Admiral Stone coordinates the battle from his command bridge. Reports flood in from across the system. The Earth's Pride has destroyed 6 Devourer ships. The New York is damaged but still fighting. Marine boarding parties have captured 2 enemy vessels intact. Admiral, we're getting a transmission from the planet surface. Reports Communications Officer Park. The main screen flickers to life, showing the first living Keth any human has ever seen. The alien looks like a tall, graceful bird person with feathers instead of hair and large, intelligent eyes. Despite the translator's mechanical voice, emotion comes through clearly. I am High Counselor Vel of the Keth Republic. Are you really here to help us? Stone steps forward. Hi, Counselor. I'm Admiral Stone of Earth's Third Fleet. We received your distress call 6 months ago. We're here to help. Vel's eyes, large and golden, fill with what might be tears. 6 months. We have been calling for help for 2 years. You are the first to answer. The weight of that statement hits everyone on the bridge. The Keth have been alone, dying, sending desperate messages into empty space for 2 years. No one answered until humanity heard their call. We need to establish a safe zone for evacuation, Stone says. Can you guide our shuttles to survivor settlements? What follows is humanity's introduction to the Keth people. They are everything humans are not: peaceful, gentle, brilliant scientists and artists. Their cities are works of art, built in harmony with nature. Their technology is advanced, but focused on creation, not destruction. Captain Miller leads the 1st Marine Unit to the surface. His soldiers, trained for war, find themselves protecting something beautiful and fragile. Keth children, small fluffy versions of their parents, hide behind the adults, staring at the human soldiers with curiosity and fear. They've never seen violence like this. Miller radios to Stone. The Devourers have been hunting them like animals. These people don't even have a word for soldier in their language. The Marines set up defensive positions around Keth settlements. Human medics work alongside Keth healers to treat the wounded. Engineers help repair damaged buildings. For many humans, it's their first time being protectors instead of conquerors. Dr. Hayes, the fleet's xenobiologist, studies captured Devourer specimens. What she finds disturbs her. Admiral, these things aren't just hostile. They're designed to consume. Their entire biology is built around eating and reproducing. They turn everything they consume into more of themselves. The revelation changes everything. This isn't a war between species, it's a battle against a force of nature. The Devourers are like a galactic plague, spreading from world to world, consuming everything in their path. High Counselor Vel shares more terrible news during a strategy meeting. Kethra Prime is not their first target. We have detected distress, signals from 17 other worlds. All have gone silent. Stone stares at the star map showing dead worlds. 17 civilizations? The Devourers appeared 3 years ago from beyond the galactic rim. They consume everything: plants, animals, people, even the minerals in the ground. They leave nothing but empty, dead rock. The scope of the threat becomes clear. The Devourers aren't just threatening the Keth. They're threatening all life in the galaxy. And so far, only humanity has been able to fight them effectively. Marine Colonel Davis reports from the front lines. The Devourers keep trying the same tactics they used against the Keth. Mass charges, overwhelming numbers. They don't adapt. When we counterattack, it's like they've never faced real resistance before. The reason becomes obvious as humans learn more about galactic civilization. Most species are like the Keth, peaceful, advanced, but completely unprepared for war. They've never needed to be warriors. Humanity is different. Earth is what galactic scientists call a death world, a planet so dangerous that life must constantly fight to survive. Humans evolved from predators, shaped by millions of years of conflict, natural disasters, and competition. We're not just soldiers, Stone realizes during a late-night strategy session. We're the galaxy's immune system. We're what happens when a death world produces intelligent life. Admiral Stone looks at his officers, tired, battle-scarred, but determined. Signal Earth Command. Tell them we need everything they've got. And we're not going home until this threat is eliminated. Asterisk, the Death World Advantage. 770 words. 3 weeks after the Battle of Kethra Prime. Humanity learns just how different they are from the rest of the galaxy. Admiral Stone stands in the council chamber of Refuge Station, a massive Keth orbital platform that serves as the evacuation center for survivors. Around the table sit representatives from 12 different alien species, all refugees from Devourer attacks. Asterisk. The aliens are diverse beyond imagination. The bird-like Keth, the crystal-based Zeph, the aquatic mare, and others whose names humans are still learning to pronounce. But they all share one thing in common. They're all running from the Devourers. Air. Species confuses us, says Ambassador Kryn of the Zeph Collective. His voice sounds like wind chimes through the translator. You fight like you enjoy it? Commander West, Stone's intelligence officer, tries to explain. We don't enjoy fighting. But we're good at it because we had to be. Earth isn't a gentle world. What follows is humanity's first attempt to explain Deathworld evolution to a galaxy of peaceful species. The aliens listen in growing horror as humans describe Earth's dangers, natural disasters, predators, diseases, ice ages, asteroid impacts, and constant environmental challenges. Your homeworld tried to kill you for millions of years, whispers High Counselor Vel. How did you survive? We adapted, Stone says. Simply. We learned to fight back. Dr. Hayes presents her research on human physiology compared to other galactic species. Humans are stronger, faster, and more durable than most aliens. Human reaction times are lightning quick by galactic standards. Human endurance is legendary. They can keep fighting when other species would collapse from exhaustion. But the real difference is mental. Humans think like predators. They plan, adapt, and never give up. When faced with impossible odds, humans don't surrender. They get creative. Captain Miller demonstrates this during a joint training exercise with Keth volunteers. The exercise is simple: navigate through a simulated Devourer ship to rescue. Hostages. The Keth approach logically, following standard protocols. They move slowly, checking each corridor methodically. When blocked by obstacles, they try to find ways around them. Miller's Marines approach differently. They move fast and unpredictably. When blocked, they blow holes through walls. They use the ship's own systems against it, turning off gravity to confuse defenders, using maintenance shafts as shortcuts. You don't follow rules, observes Keth. Military advisor Turn, watching the humans work. Rules are for games, Miller replies. This is survival. The difference becomes crucial when the next Devourer fleet arrives. Long-range sensors detect them heading for the Sigma Draconis system. Home to the Peaceful Harmony Coalition, 3 billion aliens living on 7 worlds. Admiral Stone leads a combined fleet to intercept them. Alongside human warships fly Keth, science vessels, Zeph mining ships, and their exploration craft, all converted for war by human engineers. The aliens struggle to understand human military doctrine. Humans don't just build weapons. They build weapons designed to destroy other weapons. Human ships carry missiles specifically designed to kill missiles. Human Marines train to fight in zero gravity, underwater, in toxic atmospheres, and in situations no sane species would ever encounter. You prepare for wars that haven't happened yet, observes Captain Sila of the Keth vessel, Peaceful Dawn. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst, Stone replies. Old human saying. The Battle of Sigma Draconis proves humanity's value. The Devourers attack in their usual swarm formation, expecting easy victory like they found on 17 other worlds. Instead, they encounter something new, coordinated resistance led by tactical experts from a death world, human commanders. Spread throughout the fleet, teaching alien crews how to fight. They show the Keth how to use their advanced sensors to target Devourer weak points. They help the Zeph turn their mining lasers into weapons. They teach the Mare how to use their ship's incredible speed for hit-and-run attacks. The battle lasts 2 days. When it ends, the Devourer fleet is destroyed, and Sigma Draconis is saved. But victory comes with a cost. Humanity's reputation spreads across the galaxy. Some species see them as saviors. Others see them as dangerous predators who happen to be on their side. During the victory celebration, Ambassador Crane asks Stone a difficult question. What happens when the Devourers are gone? What does the galaxy do with warriors like humans? Stone doesn't have an answer. Humanity came to save civilizations, but they're changing the galaxy just by being in it. Other species are learning to fight. The edge of galactic peace might be ending. As Part 3 concludes, human intelligence discovers something terrifying. The Devourers aren't random raiders, they're scouts. Somewhere beyond the galactic rim, something much larger is waiting. The real war hasn't started yet. The swarm beyond 6 months into the war against the Devourers. Humanity makes a discovery that changes everything. Deep in the captured wreckage of a Devourer hive ship, human scientists find something that shouldn't exist, a star map showing the path of destruction. Stretching across 3 galaxies. Dr. Hayes briefs the War Council aboard the Terrasmite. The holographic display shows a trail of dead worlds, spanning unimaginable distances. The Devourers we've been fighting aren't the main force, she explains. They're scouts. The real swarm is still coming. Admiral Stone stares at the data. Each dot on the map represents a dead civilization. Hundreds of them, maybe thousands. How long do we have? Based on their movement pattern, the main swarm will reach the galactic rim 18 months. The revelation spreads through the alliance of species. Panic follows. The Keth consider mass evacuation to distant star systems. The Zeph want to hide their people in deep space. The mere talk of diving to the bottom of ocean worlds and waiting for the storm to pass. Only humans talk about standing and fighting. You don't understand, pleads Ambassador Kryn during an emergency council session. The main swarm contains billions of ships, trillions of Devourers. No force in the galaxy can stop them. Commander West pulls up tactical displays. Maybe no. Single force. But what about all of us together? What follows is humanity's most ambitious project, turning an entire galaxy into a fortress. The plan is insane by galactic standards. Humans want to create a network of defensive positions across thousands of star systems. They want to turn peaceful species into soldiers. They want to militarize entire civilizations, but they also want to give the galaxy something it's never had a chance to fight back. Human engineers work with alien scientists to design new technologies. Keth gravity manipulators become weapons that can crush Devourer ships. Zeph crystal technology creates shields that can protect entire planets. Mare biotechnology develops new medicines to keep soldiers fighting longer. Captain Miller leads training programs across dozens of worlds. His Marines teach aliens how to fight, but the aliens teach humans new ways to think about warfare. The Keth showed us how to fight smart instead of just fighting hard, he reports to Stone. The Zeph taught us about patience and coordination. The Mare understand adaptation better than anyone. Humanity is changing too. Fighting alongside peaceful species is teaching humans about cooperation and restraint. They're learning to be protectors instead of just warriors. But the real test comes when advanced scouts from the main swarm arrive. These Devourers are different from the ones humanity fought before. They're bigger, smarter, and more organized. They adapt to human tactics within hours instead of days. The defense of the Centauri cluster becomes humanity's greatest challenge yet. 3 human battle groups and their alien allies face off against a Devourer force 10 times. larger than any they've encountered. The battle lasts a week. Human ships fight alongside Keth science vessels, retrofitted with weapons. Zeph Crystal. Ships create defensive formations while Mare bioships repair damaged allies in the middle of combat. Admiral Stone coordinates the defense from his flagship, but he's not giving orders to just human crews anymore. The Bridge of the Terror's Might includes officers from 6 species, all working together with deadly efficiency. Devour mega ship targeting the Keth hospital ship, reports Lieutenant Torres. Zeph Squadron Delta. Intercept and engage. Stone orders. Mare Unit 7. Get those patients evacuated. The tide turns when humans try something no species has ever attempted. They board a living Devourer hive ship while it's still fighting. Colonel Davis leads the assault team through the organic corridors of the massive creature. The ship's interior is like being inside a living nightmare. Walls that pulse with veins, floors that try to digest anything that touches them, and defenders that grow from the ship itself. But humans have fought in worse places. Earth's jungles, deep ocean trenches, active volcanoes, and radioactive wastelands have all been battlefields in humanity's violent history. The boarding party fights their way to the ship's brain center and plants fusion charges. When the hive ship dies, it takes 12 smaller vessels with it. The Devourer scouts retreat, but they've learned about the galaxy's new defenders. More importantly, they've sent data about human capabilities back to the main swarm. As Part 4 ends. Long-range sensors detect movement beyond the galactic rim. The main swarm is accelerating toward the Milky Way, but the galaxy is no longer defenseless. Humans have given other species something they never had before: the will to fight for their survival. The final battle is coming. And for the first time in galactic history, civilizations aren't running from extinction. They're preparing to face it head-on. Deathworlders united. The final battle for the galaxy begins not with massive fleets or devastating weapons, but with a simple transmission broadcast across every inhabited world. Admiral Stone, now Supreme Commander of the Galactic Defense Coalition, speaks from the bridge of humanity's newest flagship, the Last Stand, built with technology from a dozen species. Citizens of the galaxy, he begins, his words translated into thousands of languages. 80 months ago, humanity heard a distress call from the Keth people. Today, we all stand together as one people, the children of the stars, defenders of life itself. The main Devourer swarm has arrived. Long range. Sensors show the approaching nightmare, a cloud of organic ships so vast it blocks out stars. Billions of vessels, trillions of creatures, all focused on one goal: consuming everything in their path. But the galaxy isn't the same place the Devourers scouted 18 months ago. Every major star system now bristles with defenses. Keth. Gravity mines float in dark space, waiting to crush enemy ships. Zeph crystal networks create shields around entire worlds. Mare biostations grow new ships as fast as others are destroyed. And binding it all together is humanity's gift to the galaxy, the will to fight. The first wave hits the outer defensive lines at the Perseus Arm. Human Admiral Cheen commands the defense from her flagship, working alongside Keth Tactical Coordinator Brell and Zeph Strategy Master Kryn. They're not adapting to our new tactics. Chun reports to Stone. The main swarm still thinks they're fighting the old galaxy. But the Devourers have their own surprises. The main swarm includes creatures unlike anything the advanced scouts possessed. Planet killers the size of moons. Hive minds that can coordinate millions of smaller vessels. And worst of all, adaptation engines that learn from each battle. The defense of the Vega system becomes the turning point. This is where humanity first heard the Keth distress call, where the war began. Now it might be where it ends. Captain Miller, promoted to general after months of training alien armies, leads the ground defense of New Kethra, a refugee world holding survivors from 17 different species. The Devourers attempt their largest planetary assault yet. Millions of bioships descend through the atmosphere, while ground-based creatures tunnel up from below. But they encounter something that has never existed before in galactic history: a truly integrated defense. Human Marines fight alongside Keth technicians, Zeph engineers, and Mare medics. Former scientists use weapons designed by former artists. Peaceful traders coordinate military strikes with former miners. The battle rages for 3 days. At the critical moment, when Devourer forces threaten to overrun the main refugee center, something unprecedented happens. A Keth civilian, a teacher, named Lynn, who lost her entire family to the Devourers, picks up a fallen Marine's weapon and leads a charge against enemy positions. Her students follow her. Within minutes, thousands of civilians are fighting alongside the soldiers. This is impossible, reports a shock Devourer adaptation forum to its hive mind. Prey species don't fight back. Prey species don't coordinate. Prey species don't sacrifice themselves for others. But that's exactly what the galaxy is doing. Species that never knew war are dying to protect neighbors they met months ago. The Devourer's entire strategy is based on fighting individuals, not civilizations united by a common cause. The tide turns across multiple fronts simultaneously. In the Centauri sector, a fleet of converted Mare exploration vessels uses their incredible speed to strike at Devourer supply lines. In the Zeph home system, crystal-based weapons tear through bioships that have no defense against focused light. And at the center of it all, humanity does what it does best. It adapts and improvises. Admiral Stone coordinates the final assault. On the Devourer command organism, a creature, the size of Earth's moon that controls the entire swarm through bioneural connections. The assault fleet includes ships from every allied species. Human destroyers provide firepower. Keth science vessels jam enemy communications. Zeph crystal ships create protective barriers. Mare bioships repair damage faster than the enemy can inflict it. The battle is desperate. The command organism's defenses are beyond anything they've faced. But then Dr. Hayes makes a crucial discovery. The creature's control system has a fatal weakness. It's too centralized, she explains over the command channel. If we can disrupt the main neural cluster, the entire swarm loses coordination. The final assault requires something only humans would attempt, a suicide mission. Into the heart of a living planet-sized creature. Colonel Davis volunteers to lead it. Semper Fi, Admiral. Tell my wife I kept my promise. The mission succeeds. The command organism dies. And across the galaxy, Devourer ships suddenly stop coordinating. Without central control, they become just individual creatures. Dangerous, but no longer an unstoppable swarm. The war ends not with humanity standing alone as galactic saviors, but with all species standing together as equals. The galaxy has learned humanity's greatest lesson. Sometimes the only way to preserve peace is to be ready for war. In the aftermath, as civilizations rebuild and mourn their dead, Ambassador Kryn asks Admiral Stone the question that defines their future. What happens now? Do humans rule the galaxy? Stone looks out at the stars where human ships patrol alongside alien vessels, where former enemies work together to heal wounded worlds. No, he says quietly. We all do, together. The galaxy will never be the same. The age of innocence is over, but the age of unity has begun. And somewhere in the deep space between stars, human exploration ships continue their eternal mission, listening for distress calls, ready to answer anyone who needs help, because that's what humans do. They hear the call and they come running. The end asterisk.